guys, it's Lisa back with another video for you for Lisa Wise Designs, and today we're going to finish up this project we've been working on all week that's called Countdown to Christmas, and this is our Christmas in July project. So let's keep going. Oh, by the way, before I forget, if you want to pick up the supplies, everything that you've seen that I have used through this video series, there's a kit available on my Etsy store, and that link is in the description box below, or you can just pick up the tutorial only, download that. It's very inexpensive, and use your own supplies to make a project similar to this. Okay, so where we left off, we got the front done. We've got all the outside of the glassine bags done. So I think I'm going to put a picture here. And then we're going to put the 4x6 here, but we'll flip this over. And in the original one I posted, I did not decorate this piece on the back, but I think I'm going to this time now that I see what kind of paper I have left over. I've got some little bitty strips, and then this is the rest of what I have left over. And I'm going to use up as much of this as I can. So these pieces were already cut for me in some of these cutting downs of the matting, but I'll give you the measurements: 3.5 by 5.5. This one is 2 by 6.25, and this is not in your instructions, and this is a 4x4 cut apart. So I took these right out of my scrap pile, and then I inked the edges. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to put down the black and white dot. See, it goes from side to side here, from one side to the other, and then this buffalo check over it, and then this one over that. So I could center all of it like so, where it just peeks over the top. I could do it like that, any way we want to, and that'll kind of help zhuzh up the back of this. And I think I'll bring it down toward the bottom like this, and I think that's really cute, and then you can still see a bunch of the Santas. And so here is the other one. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just rather plain, because this tends to get a little bit beat up, right? Because this is what is the back of the project, where it's going to be slipping and sliding around when people look at it. So I'm not going to put anything dimensional on it, because we could put some little sparklies, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's see. I'm going to make a little mark so that I kind of help me line it back up. Yeah. But like I said, just look into your scraps if you chose different. See, there's that glue now coming out again. But I think I'm just going to hide, yeah, underneath this. If you decided to use different pattern paper, just see what you've got left over, and then try out little bits and pieces. Does not have to be exact, because normally what we would do is we would want to make sure that it's matted and that it's larger than your piece that you're trying to mat. But in this, I'm doing the opposite. I'm just kind of using what I got left over, and actually the finished piece here, this 4x4, is bigger than the mats, but it still looks really cute. So I'm trying to show you some different ways to look at things if you're low on paper. And I don't want you to be discouraged that, oh no, I can't mat or I can't finish this because I'm out of paper. There's lots of different ways that you can mat unconventionally, I like to say. And I have had to piece things together a lot. Sometimes because of the design element, sometimes because I didn't have enough paper. But isn't that cute? It's really cute, takes up space. See, like this, we pieced these three together. We didn't have to do that. It was one of the first things we did in the project. We had plenty of paper, but I just like the design element of that piece. And then let's turn it back over and look. Isn't that pretty? I really like how that turned out. And so like I said, this is not in the instructions. I'm just using up my leftovers with you guys. Now we're gonna open up the project, and we're going to work on this on the top. I'm gonna flip this around, kind of help me here. And then I'm going to use one of these 4x6 cut aparts. This one with Santa. The light's kind of blowing it out, but isn't that cute how he's like a lumberjack Santa? So this is in the cut apart sheet. And this around here. And this, we are in the middle, I don't think I told you, sorry. We are in the middle of page 19 now, picking back up with the Santa. That first part was not in your instructions. And I'm going to put it pretty close to the bottom because I was going to put a photo here and then you could center it, but the way I like to put this one is I matted it right up to the edge of the pattern paper here, and then I could see a little strip on that side. So, like I said, a little bit of unconventional matting in this project, and I am loving it. This here. We did not have any washi tape in this project, and I know that will not make many people sad. I know a lot of people don't care for it, but it can add a little bit of design element to a project when you use it. So since we don't have any, I'm going to kind of make the look of some washi tape. So this was what was already on the cut apart, but this is, you know, just a piece of scrap paper that I had left over from all my matting. So I'm going to tear a strip of it to make it kind of look like a washi tape. So I want it to be on this side, but I'm not going to tear toward me on this side because it'll have that white edge. So I'm actually going to turn it over and tear toward me because I want the white edge to be on the back. I'm going to do the same thing here. All right, so you see just like that. So there's the white edge there. So when I turn it over, it's torn, but you don't see the white edge. And that's the look that I'm going for here. And then I'm going to tear the ends. Like that. So I'm kind of left with an 1.5 inches, a little less, it was a little less than 1.5 inches piece is what I've got here. So I'm going to place it down here and see how it's going to help bring some of this color here, and it's going to kind of help that pop off the page. See how it's going to do that? Because this is a really empty spot. I really like that. And then we will layer it. I'm not going to ink the edges. We're going to layer it with a sticker, and there is a picture of this, something similar that I did on the first time I made the project at the top of page 19. So let's go into our stickers and we can find something to layer on top here. So last time, let's see what I chose. I chose a snowflake. There's a red and white one. We can go for a black and white one. And I think this is the one that I used last time. Doesn't have to be the same one. But then I'm just going to kind of layer that on top. And then I'm going to look for anything else to help bling it up. I still have some bling. I didn't use quite all of it. Well, I can't get it out of the package here. I did not use all of these little silver things. So let me come in just a little bit here. And then I better take off the lock here. There we go. Maybe you can see now. And then I'll take one of these off and put it right in the center. These are one of the small silver pieces right there in the center. And while I had these out, what I did is I took these 3 black ones. So I'm not going to cut those apart because I'm going to use them in a row, but I am going to cut the last one off. If I could find my scissors. Here we go. I keep forgetting I'm so zoomed in, sorry. So I'm going to cut one of the last black ones off and have 3 in a row. So I can pull those 3 off. And then I'm just going to kind of line it up here on this red stripe next to this black and white, trying to get it centered as best I can. I know I'm in your way. Like that, but that's so not straight. Okay, much better. There we go. Move these out of my way. We'll use these as we go. Just going to make sure not to add too much more bulk, so that because we're going to have lots of paper in these glassine bags. So that's what I'm going to do to the top. But I'm going to flip this back around here. Isn't this cute? So cute. Hope you can see that well enough. And I'm going to go ahead and put a picture on here. I had a small picture that I cropped down. It's the only one that I had of my sausage dog at Christmas and her new toy, along with my grandbaby. So I just trimmed it down, and then I just went into my scraps, cut a mat for it, so I'm going to glue that down. So every Christmas, my sausage dog gets 3 gifts. She gets a new bed, which she never likes, and she usually doesn't use but once or twice, and I don't know why I keep trying, but I do. She'd rather just sleep on a blanket, I guess. She's 5 years old, so she gets a new blanket. she gets a bag full of treats, and they're the really good kind. I splurge for her. That's the only time of year she gets the really nice name brand. And then she gets, her third gift is always a squeaky toy of some type, and that's what this is right here. That's a Disney toy that for dogs, and it's his name Squirt from the Finding Nemo. He squeakies. It's so cute. So I just used a bunch of leftover scraps, and this is how I'm going to put it here. I think I'm going to put it toward the side, and I might put a sticker right there. So, like I said, this is not in the instructions either. I'm just putting pictures as I go and try to help you, give you some ideas. I hope you like this piece of it, that I put some real pictures in the second go round, because you have pictures of examples with just the white paper that says place photo here already in the, well, I couldn't think of the name of it, in your cutting guide. Isn't that adorable? Adorable. So let's look at some of our stickers and maybe find something that might fit right here. So it's black and white, so probably black and white might not show up. A truck might show up well. Something long and skinny, but that's black. On top of black would not work. Maybe a truck that's kind of small, or this Christmas flowers. Let me see. I wonder if this is too big. Sorry. This is cute. It doesn't go, it's a little bit big, but that's okay. I'm gonna hit the edges of it. Here. Might do something like this. I'm not gonna put it down too hard because I might layer some things on top of it. Okay, I like the tree here because that kind of helps mimic the trees at the bottom and pulls that in. So I think I'll maybe lift him up and put the tree here. Kind of like that. All right, sorry, at some point I went out of focus, so I cut that part out. Sorry about that. So I've got my stickers here, and then I'm going to look for something small to go on this side. And then I'm going to zoom back out, so maybe I won't have that issue again. Oh, look at this little bitty sticker that says Merry and Bright. Right. So I'm going to put that right there. That is very cute. Okay. I'm getting frustrated now with my camera. Sorry. That looks really, really cute. Okay, so now let's move on. I think we're done with this for the time being. And let's start working on our insert. So we are going to be in the middle of page 19. Let me back up out of here. There we go. So I'm just going to use one. It doesn't matter where your tabs are, but I really liked this black and white polka dot along with this banner that's in your ephemera pack that says Merry. So if you use this black and white dot, you may want to use this banner piece here with it. Let me get this back in there. There you go. So what I did is I put Merry like so. And lay this out at the top. It just really pops on that black. I really like that. And then you would put a horizontal picture here. Then if you wanted to, you could help bring that black and white on down and use these trees. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to make a mark where I want to trim it. Okay. it's not perfect, I'll trim it later off the bottom. And then we want to do a horizontal picture. And like I said, we're in the middle of page 19 if you're following along. And I'm going to grab this little thing. It's got some pictures in it that I did for Christmas, and it's also got all my other cut aparts. I'm going to put it to the side so you're not seeing me grab for it all the time. But I think these are so cute, but they may be a little big. Something I may not have to trim down quite so much. Isn't that the funniest picture? Look at her looking. So, of course, this was during social distancing, and so Santa Claus is kind of beamed in this picture. He's not really there. So, I think this would be cute, though. If I put this here and then butt this up here, am I going to lose all of my black and white dot by doing that? Let's try it. Let's try it. I'm going to go ahead and put this at the very bottom. I may be too zoomed in. I can never quite get it quite right where I want it. Sometimes I feel like I'm too far away. Sometimes I feel like I'm too close. There we go. I'm just going to put this at the very bottom. And then anything that hangs off, I'm going to trim. I thought I had it cut down exactly right, but obviously not. So let's see, if I put her here, this may just be too big of a picture. Let me see. I don't have a whole lot that's in landscape. So I'm just going to trim the ends. Not too much to trim off the top and bottom. So put that here, but yes, but that does help bring some of that black and white in. So in this particular case, I'm going to put it all the way over to the edge because I want to see that black and white, and then put that Mary here. All right. But you do what you like the looks of. I would take each one of these inserts or panels and just kind of look at them individually, whether you're putting pictures in them yet or not, and just see how you would like to have yours laid out. So, this is cute. Maybe I keep this up toward the top. And I would put some sparklies or something between each one, but I do not want to add any more bulk to this that we've got. There we go. That's cute. There. Isn't that adorable? Adorable. If you decide to make this, if you make it just like mine, or if you decide to use your own paper, a different paper choice, or if you would like to even use the same paper I'm using, but use it in a different way, I would love to see pictures of it over on my Facebook group. That's the easiest way so that I can see pictures. And that Facebook group is Lisa Wise Designs, and that's also linked in the description box below. So cute. Isn't she adorable? She was basically 1 year old when these pictures were taken. She probably would have been crying if there had been a real Santa Claus in that picture. Okay, now, so that's one example, which I love. So let's move on to another example of one that I already did, so you can kind of see. Let's see, put that here. So now choose one if you did the wood grain. Let's do one with this. And then also, you've got some, I was trying to say the white, yeah. White ribbon here. So what I did, I don't know what I did. Look at me. Okay, this one is for a different one, right? Yes, this one is for one of the cut aparts. Here we go. I'm gonna get it. See, I designed these so I know what I need in the kit, and then it might be a month later when I do the videos for you guys. So it's almost like I'm learning again, like, okay, what did I do? Did I really do this? Is this my project? Kind of crack myself up. A lot of people, when they design, they might do it a different way, but that's just how I do it. I want to make it the first time all the way through so that I know exactly what I used in my kits. All right, so I just cut a hole in that and just going to put the white ribbon in there like we did in yesterday's video. I just folded it in half. I put that fold through the hole and opened that circle up and then put the 2 tabs in it, and now I am going to trim it off pretty short at an angle and then kind of rough it up. Okay, so this tag was part of the cut aparts, and then we've got another tag over here that was in your kit that we're going to get to next. I've kind of gotten myself confused. So see how cute this is here on this wood grain? I love that. And then we can put a picture here. So let me see if I find, see, I think this is going to be too big. And y'all, this is professional photos, but look how sad that tree is. Now, would you not be ashamed if you're a professional photographer and you can see the inside of your tree? We laughed and laughed about that afterwards. I'm like, really? Really? Okay. It's too funny. All right, I may use this picture here. It's my nephew Jack, and he absolutely got a kick out of this book that I got for Christmas that I bought for myself that says, "Where's Latte?" So Latte, of course, the name of my sausage dog I was just talking about, and her picture, and then you had to look in the book, and it was kind of like a Where's Waldo? And with his young eyes, he was 16, I think, when these pictures were taken last year. He could find it, I mean, so quickly, and it was like, you know, the end of my finger. I couldn't find it. After he showed it to me the first time, it was easier for me, but yeah, it took me all day to find all of them, and he found them probably 2 or 3 minutes per page. He could find them, and it just cracked me up. So it was kind of the family joke this year. Everybody was looking for those for the latte picture. So I'll do some journaling about that later. But see how it's just very simple, very cute though, and that's all you have to do unless you want to do more. You could put strips here from your paper pack. You can add more stickers, but you can be as elaborate or not if you want. And I wanted to show you that piece. So let's do another one that was wood grain here. And I'm just doing it this way just because these are the ones I chose when I took pictures. There is a tag that came in your kit. It's 2 3/8 by 4 3/4. And the reason I'm telling you this is if someone is just bought the tutorial only and is following along, that's how big this tag is we're using. So I cut a piece of pattern paper 2 3/8 by 4 inches. All right. And I'm going to glue this down, and basically all that's going to be showing is the top of the tag above the little hole here. Like holding my breath, trying to get it lined up. Sorry, I know I'm out of camera. I know I'm off just a smidge, but it's okay. I'm gonna ink it, but my goodness, that glue is already taking a hold. Thought I could get away with moving it just a little bit, but yeah, you can't really tell that I'm off that much. I'm gonna say that anyway by moving it around, inking the edges. And so this one, I did get a little fancy on it. We've got one piece of ribbon left that was in our stash. So this is the red and white baker's twine. And then what I decided to do is to take a piece from the ephemera pack, and it's the Christmas tree. If I can find it. Like so. I'm going to go back to my hole punch and hole punch it. Let's see. But I'm going to use the small side this time, the 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to punch a hole on the top right hand side of this. And there's a picture of the finished look on the bottom of 19. Oops, I put it in the wrong place. Like so. There you go. So now you can see where the hole is. All right. Now I'm just going to fold that in half like we've been doing. Push it through. Now you have a loop. Now put the ends through the loop. All right. So on this one, you want to make sure, first of all, make sure you're doing it right, which I am not. Let's try that again. Put the loop, pull it through, blah, blah, blah. So once you get to this piece, you want to have a longer right-hand side than left. So just work with your banker's twine and just want to make one side longer than the other. Because you're going to need some extra here, like so. Right, because I'm going to glue this down here and I'm going to pull this one down and make a knot in it, just for an extra design element. You don't have to do it this way. Just thought it would be fun, but I am going to make it a little bit, I'm going to try and make it a little bit longer. Let me see, come on. I have a feeling I'm failing miserably at this small task. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Now pull. I'm not going to put any foam tape on this one, even though would have if it was a different project. I just don't want to keep adding layers inside of that. Okay, so I've glued this down. Then I'm going to take this longer piece. I'm going to put it through the back of this hole. And I'll just add some more glue at the top when I'm done to pull this through, like so. Now, can you see what I have done? So I put it on the top like normal, and then I just ran one side of this through the back of this. So I glued this part down and then let this open just so I'd have something to deal with now. And so now I'm going to tie a knot at the bottom of this. This is why you needed some extra. If you can't tie it on your finger, tie it around something smaller like a pencil or something and pull it tight. And now pull it back through like this. So it just kind of gives an extra little design element. It does add a little bit of bulk. Now I'm going to glue down the top left-hand side of that one and pull this through. And now you could glue that if you wanted it to stay in. But I think that's fun. And so now you have this big open space here. So I would take and put another piece of ephemera here or a small cut down photo. Well, what I did originally, sorry, I'm out of shot again, is I used a piece of ephemera. The one I used said it's a wonderful time of the year, but it doesn't matter if I could just find something I like. Look at this, that's pretty. It doesn't show up real well there though. Merry Christmas looks pretty. Maybe it was a sticker. Oh, it was. That's where my problem's coming from. I actually used a sticker. And the sticker is up here in the corner. Like I said, I cracked myself up. It's like, did you design this? Did you really do this? Well, yeah, but it was about a month ago when I put it all together. Then just gonna kind of put this, take up some more space over here on the side, and then we might even want to put a third thing here to kind of put a cluster. So let's see, nothing with words since we already have words. If I can just find a design element that might pull this together. We already have a tree. Like I say, we have words here. This right here might be cute. Let's try this. And then you just kind of pull this together like so. That's cute. And if you have any hanging off, I would just trim it to make it straight. But I like that. That's cute. Okay, so then I would put this either on your right or left side, depending on how you want to put that on. And then let's find a photo for it. This cute daddy with his baby. There's my daddy. I like this picture, but I don't want to cover anybody up. It's going to have to be something with some dead space on the right. Scott was so happy when he got that. It's a cornhole game. He was super excited. Oh, this one's got a lot of extra space on the side. Yeah, that would look cute like that. So cute. Sitting in her little high chair with her Rudolph cookie. Yeah, so let me know in the comments below if you like that I put photos in some of the projects just to give you some ideas, or if that's not very helpful and you'd rather just see the white pieces of paper that just says place photo here. There we go. And I usually don't decorate every single one of them with you, but I like to give you some ideas how to get started. And especially if I give you the special pieces like the tag here of how I used it. Don't want to leave you wondering. Give myself a little bit of time to push this down. I like it. Very cute. So, like I said, a version of this one is on the bottom of 19, and we've got one more on 19, and it was using this background with ornaments on it, and I decided to use, let's do that photo I really liked of being the kids. This is on Christmas Day. My daughter was not able to be there, so this is me with my niece and nephew. And then on the side, what I did is I just kind of went through what I had left in little strips, and then I also have this little strip left, and I think this is what I wound up using. So you could look at it and say, oh, I can't use this, it's too short. No, I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to put down a design element here anyway. I was going to do that, so I can use it. All right, so let's do this. Here lately, I've been pretty good about scrapbooking and getting my pictures down. I haven't done so great with journaling and all these stories, you know, that come out of your Christmas. I need to put those down before I forget them. And then I'm just going to butt this up to the top of the picture and right on the side of the picture like that. And then we're going to put a design element here, there. Just like at this Christmas, we had some really oversized gifts for the guys. All three of them had a big oversized gift. Like Scott had the cornhole game. Jackson had a new grill for his truck. My daddy had a ladder. And so we hid them in the back building, and they had to go through a, oh, what is it called? What are they doing here? They're going through a series of questions where they had to go find a scavenger hunt. Thank you, whoever was screaming that at me, a scavenger hunt to find it. And we haven't done that before, or haven't since, you know, the kids were little, so that was kind of fun. So I am going to use an ornament to kind of help mirror the ornament that's behind it. So I have found this that's in the ephemera pack. I don't know about you, but the word ephemera does not come easily to me. It's not a word in our everyday language that we would have learned. So I always have to think about it. So I'm going to glue this down. So this does not take long, and it's fairly simple, but it is so cute. So I have the ornaments behind it. I had, you know, just a little strip, and it was a leftover strip from cutting down the matting. I didn't even cut it down any further, and then I decided to use this ornament to kind of help mirror that. Isn't that cute? I love it. Let's see if there's any more that was in that I wanted to show you for sure. Over on page, oopsie, 20, you've got some really easy ones that just show putting a photo down and just stacking some little strips of paper on it. So that's kind of the end of the cutting guide one. And let me see if there's anything else here. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything off. The only other thing I know I wanted to do for sure is inside here. In the back, I wanted to, okay, this is the finished one, Lisa. Hello. This is the one we're working on. I wanted to put a photo back here. I think that would look nice. So I wanted to put one that was in the horizontal position, so I could use this one. Or, oh, I think that one looks good with the red and right there with Athena and my beautiful daughter and then her husband. That's really cute. So let's go ahead and do that. And then that's pretty sad when you get to be that age and you have kids, right? Then you're just known as someone's mother, or it used to be someone's daughter. It's like, do you have an identity? For a while. Sorry. There we go. Isn't that cute? I kind of like that in the first one. Like I said, I didn't put anything down really. I just glued down the last one, but I like this. I like that you're able to see that last one. So when you're finished decorating, what you would do is you would put these kind of in order, like left, middle, right, with your tabs. Maybe, because I'm having quite the issue. Is my bag glued together? Sure is. Sure is. Glued my bag together. There we go. And then I need a left one. That is so funny. It never fails though. Never fails that I forget to mat a piece and that I glue something down. So once you have everything in here, you'll be able to take this, lift it up there, and then when you're displaying it, what I would suggest you do is, the way it's made, it's not going to stand up on its own. I would get just something from the dollar store. This actually came from Dollar Tree, so it was $1. And then I have it displayed like this. So you're not gonna be able to see. Let me back out just a little bit. So if it would stand up, you display it this way, and then you put your blocks in front of it, like so. So it would be displayed like this with that in front of it. So it's kind of hard to show it to you with the camera on the top, but you get it. It would kind of be displayed like this down. But there's pictures of it. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me through my Etsy store, or you can send me an email. That is linked below. But I hope you've enjoyed this project. I know I have really enjoyed making it. One other thing I'd like to say is when you're done with your matting of your pictures, any of these leftover 4x6 cut aparts or any of these other sizes that you had left over you decided not to use, or either your ephemera, that's when I would go in here and I would just simply place them right here on top of your glassine bags. Maybe use some of your strips that you have left, like I've shown you, like this. Of course, I wouldn't use it on this one, but some certain kind of way, like that. And I would use all the pieces up that you can. So whatever you've got left over, then go ahead and put those on your glassine bags. This one, the first one's already decorated. So the rest of them you could leave plain, or like I said, you could just simply plop one of these on top, done. Just like this Santa is awesome. It's so good. And you could just put a strip there or a sticker and be done. Thank you guys so much for following me along this week. I loved this project, and I am going to finish mine up and put my pictures in it from last Christmas. I hope you will too. Like I said before, if you decide to make this, please show us some photos over on our Facebook group. We would love to see it. And if you enjoyed this video series, please give this video a like and feel free to subscribe. So what's coming next for me? In the fall, I will have a project that is a travel theme. It will be fun. It will have its own little box. We're going to be making a travel wallet. We're going to be making some other small elements. It's all going to be housed in a box. It's going to have a few of them. It's going to have a magical theme, and then another half of them will just have a general travel theme, but it is going to be very cute. If you have any questions, like I said, just get in touch with me, and thank you guys so much. Bye.